We live in this always-on world, don't we? But what does it really truly take to switch off? And I'm not talking about just shutting your laptop at the end of the day. I mean that deep, restorative kind of rest that feels almost impossible to find. Well, today, we're going to look at a pretty fascinating new way that promises to do just that. Does this sound familiar? You've finished up with work, you're finally home, but your brain is just still going a million miles an hour. It's that constant hum of being overwhelmed, even when you're supposed to be relaxing. The good news? You're definitely not alone in feeling this way, and there's a very real reason for it.
And here's the thing, this isn't just in your head. When your nervous system gets stuck in that on mode for too long, your body physically holds on to all that stress. It literally shows up as tension in your shoulders, as that deep fatigue you can't shake, and all that emotional weight.
So, if our bodies are physically stuck in the on position, how in the world do we get them to switch off? This brings us to a really unique solution we found in the source material, the Sala Sound Lounge. Okay, so what exactly is this thing? Well, it's described as the world's first Bluetooth lounge that uses immersive sound and physical vibration to help you get into a state of deep rest. But for me, the most radical part of this whole idea is right there at the end. No effort required.
I mean, this quote really says it all, doesn't it? In a world that's so obsessed with optimizing everything and always doing the work, this approach is completely passive. It's not about trying to relax. It's about creating a space where your body is just allowed to. And get this, the claim is that just 45 minutes on this thing gives you the same restorative benefits as 3 hours of deep sleep. I mean, think about that for a second. A massive recovery boost in less time than it takes to watch a movie.
So how on earth does this actually work? Well, the science behind it is something called vibroacoustic therapy. Let's break that down a bit. The whole idea is that sound isn't just something you hear with your ears. Here, the lounge actually sends these low-frequency vibrations through your entire body. So you're not just hearing the music, you are literally feeling it move through you. It's this immersive, physical feeling that signals to your body that it's safe to finally let go.
And what's really happening all comes down to a crucial shift in your body. See, our nervous system has two main modes. Over on the left, you've got the sympathetic system, better known as fight or flight. That's our stressed out, always on state. And on the right, you have the parasympathetic, or rest and digest. The entire goal of the Sound Lounge is to help your body make the switch from the left side over to the right, from stressed to calm.
Okay, so we're making this shift in our nervous system, but what does that actually do for us in the real world? Well, this process apparently unlocks 5 pretty amazing benefits. It all starts with number 1, regulation. It's the foundation. And once your nervous system is regulated, that naturally leads to the next benefit, real relief from stress and anxiety. Of course, with less stress comes number 3, better mental clarity and just an improved mood overall. This state also makes things like meditation and mindfulness way easier. And finally, because you're working directly with the body's sensations, it can help you release some of that deeply held tension or even trauma.
And hey, this isn't just a theory. Take that last point about releasing tension. There's a story from a user, Ryan Shaw, who said that after 8 years of chronic shoulder pain and seeing all kinds of specialists, this was the thing that finally gave him relief. It's a pretty powerful example of how calming the mind can lead to a physical release.
So you're probably wondering, who is this actually for? Is it some niche wellness gadget or does it have broader uses? Let's take a look.
The range here is actually kind of amazing. You see it being used by wellness pros like therapists and coaches, but also by big corporations to help with employee wellness. It's designed for you to use at home to create your own little sanctuary, and even for athletes and gyms to help their muscles recover faster. It really does cover a huge range of needs. And here's a perfect example of that corporate wellness idea in action. This testimonial from a company called Hunter Homes shows how they've literally built these services into their workplace culture. They have the practitioner come right to their offices every 2 weeks to support the whole team. So we started this whole thing talking about a world that's always on. What we've seen here is a totally passive, sense-based way to guide the body back to where it wants to be, a natural state of rest. It really just leaves us with one final and I think really important question. What would it truly feel like for you to finally switch off?